Hey, my name's John, the indigenous angler, if you would. I had some friends ask me how I do a trout rig. Yes, Indians do exist. Yes, Oklahoma has trout. Just saying. I did my first video yesterday. The weather was pretty nice, or at least the sun was shining anyways. Got up to about 70 degrees, but the wind was blowing about 40 or 50. So yeah, but that's Oklahoma for you. Oklahoma weather is nuts. If you don't like it, wait a day, it'll change. Anywho, trout rig I use is pretty simple. What you want is a good egg weight, or this is like a plastic worm rig for like bass fishing. At any rate, you want the thing your line to slide through this weight. Let's see if I can get it poked in there. Alright, if you use the worm style, like for bass fishing, you want the point to point towards your pole. You want the arrow to point towards your pole, if you would. Alright, here's the secret right here. You got to have that line sliding through that weight like this. Yesterday I did the polymer knot. We're going to do that same knot today. Put your weight on. Now the swivel, doesn't really matter. I use a swivel that's doesn't have the clip on it. It doesn't matter. You can use one with the clip, without the clip, either way. And we're going to do that polymer knot real quick. See if I can do it. Alright, here we go. Got her looped through. I had it looped through. Alright, like so. If I can hang on to it. Alright, here we go. Polymer knot. Once again. Just to a basic knot. Like this. Wrap the loop in around. Pull or two. Just like this. Alright, easy peasy. Alright, there's the first step. Next, we're going to make a leader. So we're going to do a new, learn a new knot. You notice this line is a high vis 6-pound test. The leader that I'm going to put on there is going to be a clear 6-pound test still. For trout, you need a smaller line. 4 to 6 pound, a light line. I was told that the trout could see a bigger line, which sounded kind of sketchy, but it's a thing. It's real. I never got a bite till I got a freaking 6 pound or less line, so that's a real thing. All right, let me see. I had my line here just a second ago. There it is. There we go. Alright. Roll 6 pound. Clear. Now, first thing I'm going to do is make a loop knot. Loop knots are real easy. I use loop knots in a lot of different applications. There may be different ways to do loop knots. This is the way I do it. And it's very functional. About the same thing, you're going to start out folding your line in half like you did the polymer. I don't know, 8-10 inches, however much it needs. You can always trim off the excess. That's the good part. And you're going to do the same thing with like you did on the polymer. You're going to tie it just a regular knot. Difference is you're going to keep wrapping that thing around like this. Just wrap it. You can do it 4 times, 6 times, How many times you need to do it? Well, 4 or 5 is pretty good. Like so. And then you're just going to pull it tight. There you go. There's a loop knot. Nothing to it. I also use this loop knot when I do double jigs when I crappie fish. Crankbaits, you can do a loop knot. They're a handy knot. All right, step 1, right there. Now, trout eggs float, so Powerbait egg. Powerbait, gulp. It's an imitation trout bait egg. Let's see what I got here. Here's a, if you can see it, Powerbait, hot pink, good color. These baits float. Alright, so next I want to put my hook on here. And I like to go roughly 18 inches. That's a good measurement for a trout rig. Like I said, this thing's gonna float. So your loop in, it's gonna be where your swivel's at. It's gonna sit on the bottom with your weight. This line's gonna set up. It's gonna float. If I can hang on to it. Alright. So now the trout hook. Get my little trout hook. I think this is a Eagle Claw number 6. It's a small hook. Trout have little mouths, so little hooks are what you're going to need. We're going to do the polymer knot once again. Feed it in. Let's see if I can get up here. Back through. Let's see. See if I can get this done without dropping it. Do the loop like so. Fold this over the hook like this. And pull it tight. I think I can. Hey, let me try again. Sometimes you gotta do it more than once. Today's my day. Alright. Hang on. Give me just a second. Guess I'm getting old and blind. I can't see what I'm doing. Alright, here we go. Back on track. So, tie the basic little knot here. Like tying your shoes. Loop around the hook. There we go. There she goes, just like that. Alright. There's that. Clear leader. Got a loop attached to your swivel end. Got your trout hook on that end. About 18 inches. Give or take. Like I said, this leader right here is what's going to float up from the bottom. Alright. And being that I don't have the clip-on swivel, not a big deal. I'm going to take this loop, push it through here like so, like that. I'm just going to take that hook and just stick it back through the loop like this. Cinch her down. Yep, there you go. Alright, so like I said, your Powerbait eggs, I usually put two different colors on there because you never know what color they're gonna bite. Yeah, that's a lot of old timers are gonna say, get you a can of corn, small hook, you can catch them. So yellow is a given color. I've also had really good luck on the hot pink and the chartreuse. I like to do one chartreuse, one hot pink. Stick them on this little hook. Does pretty good. So now, here's your setup. Got your sliding weight, your swivel, it acts as a weight stop, and your leader. This is a great setup because when that trout bites this little thing, it has no resistance through that weight. The weight gives you the weight you need to get it casted out there, gives you the weight to sit on the bottom so that egg can float around like this, and when they bite it, you're going to see it, you're going to feel it. It's a good rig, real simple, works. Throughout the year, I think I'm going to do quite a few more of these videos. I'm pretty blessed to live in a place where we can catch fish of all different varieties all throughout the year as the season changes or fishing changes here. We're going to do spoonbill pretty quick, so we'll probably do a spoonbill rig. Then we're going to go out and we're going to catch some spoonbill. I'm excited about that. Them things, well, we say if you want to practice for spoonbill, just take your pole out, catch the car come down the highway. That's what it's like catching a spoonbill. It's going to be fun. It's going to be real fun. And then we're going to chase them sand bass or the white bass. And we're going to hit crappie. And as the temperature goes up, we're going to move over to big flatheads and striper. So I think it's going to be a really good year. Like my page, The Indigenous Angler, and we're going to do a lot of stuff this year. Thanks.